Humans of the cardboard, welcome back to Just Nuts, guys. Today we're going through looking at all the upcoming products for the OCG and the TCG because I think it's important to know what's coming up. It helps you with financial situations of knowing how much to set aside for what sets are coming up and all that, and also like how the format's going to change because new products are on their way in. And also, if you're like a super crazy fan like me, I always like knowing when OCG sets are going to have their stuff revealed, so I know when to keep an eye out for like new stuff. Like we are right around the corner on a ton of Phantom Nightmare reveals, but that's just one of the things that's upcoming here. So we're going to start with the TCG products and go in chronological order of those as they're going to come, and then just give a quick overview there, and then we'll hit the OCG products because those are going to have a little more of like the when actual new stuff is going to get revealed, and just go from there, give you the rundown on what to expect going forward from Yu-Gi-Oh products. So first and foremost, let's start with the TCG products. The first one coming up here is Age of Overlord. This one's really nice. It's a core set. We're getting this in like 3 weeks. We have the whole set revealed at this point. It's going to impact the meta in a couple different ways. There's a couple of really good generic engines that we'll see play in this set, as well as a couple of really good generic cards that'll be played in an expanse of different decks, which is really cool. The only thing new that we're waiting on is for the TCG exclusive / OCG import side of this set. So in about a week, I would say probably almost exactly a week from now, next Tuesday, Wednesday, the TCG content creators will probably open their sets, and then we'll probably get the 20 extra cards revealed, which will include the 7 Tistina cards that haven't been revealed, and a bunch of other stuff as well. So that's what to look forward to for Age of Overlord coming up soon. Oh, by the way, I said 3 weeks from now, but let me give you an official date. This is October 19th is when this is officially dropping in the TCG. Then we move about a month ahead to November 16th. For Valiant Smashers. This is another set that actually could have some implications here. Not huge implications like Age of Overlord will have, but something. It's got 3 new archetypes. It's got Valmonica, Memento, and Centurion. Unfortunately, I don't think Valmonica and Valmento will be able to compete right out the gate when this set drops, but I do think specifically Memento, with a really strong wave of support, which Konami has been known to do as of late, is make deck build packs with like mediocre archetypes and then just give them awesome support in the next coming months, and then like sets jump out as like legit playable options. So I'm hoping for both of those that's the case, but I think Memento has the better leg up there. Centurion, though, I do think could compete right out the gate. I don't think it's going to be the best deck in the game, but I do think it does have a chance to be tier 1. At worst, in my opinion, tier 2. At worst, it's like a good control deck in the format. So really cool. Really excited to see where those go. Cool stuff. All we need to wait and see at this point is like what the pull ratios will be, because sometimes the pull ratios in these sets can be a little iffy. So we'll see on that, as well as rarities and stuff. But we pretty much know the whole set. Moving on, we move to Structure Deck Fire Kings. This is another couple weeks. I think this is actually only 3 weeks later, December 7th, so early December here. Really cool structure deck, to be honest. I was not super impressed by the Jack Atlas structure deck, but the Fire King one is pun intended fire. It's really good. In fact, it actually over the last like week or two, it's actually been performing as like a top 10 deck in the OCG. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to translate exactly that well here, but I do think at worst, it's a legit playable rogue deck, like a legit like regional toppable rogue deck, and I'm excited to see what people do with it. Other than that, like, we just don't know what the reprints are going to be. We know all the new cards. We just need to wait and see if there's anything spicy reprint-wise in here. Maybe something like a Kurikara would be really cool in here, because it's like a fire structure deck. That's a cool fire monster. That's like a metagame staple at this point. It's pretty cool. Maybe something like that, but we'll see with the reprints. Then we move ahead to January for Maze of Millennia, a brand new set that actually just got announced the other day. This is coming January 19th for the TCG. This set has a lot going on to it. So first, I think like the main things that it's doing is it's importing most of, if not all of, Animation Chronicle reveals from 2023 from the OCG set, which is really cool. There's a couple of really big highlights, like Transaction Rollback, the trap card that is pretty much played in like every Labyrinth build in the OCG. Maybe not every build, but a lot of builds in the OCG, as well as Bonfire, brand new Rhoda card that searches any Pyro monster that's level 4 or lower. It's very good. Both of those cards are probably staples that most players are going to want to pick up because they can just come up for you down the line. There's also like the really good generic rank 8. Was that a new rank 8, I think? There's also the new like dinosaur cards that are actually like pretty interesting. Dinosaur fusion cards. And then we also have confirmation that we're getting like new Flame Swordsman stuff. I don't know if this is just one card, or if they're going to make like Flame Swordsman into a whole archetype, but like there's definitely some cool stuff coming there. So really cool stuff. Really excited to see what we get revealed. We probably won't see more reveals for this since this is January 18th and it's a TCG exclusive set. I probably don't expect to see much news about this at all until the content creators get it like the first week of January and open it and actually just show the entire set. That's usually what happens with these TCG exclusive sets. So have a while on that one, but it is still one that's exciting nonetheless. And the last set here is Battles of Legend Chapter 1. This is interesting because we didn't have much news on this. It's totally possible that like the brand new Terminal World support could end up in Battles of Legend Chapter 1, I guess, as like reprints. I don't think that's like guaranteed or anything, but I guess it could end up in here. No, actually it won't. It shouldn't. Never mind. I'm done. Don't listen to me. This is just a reprint set that's going to have a bunch of reprints from like a handful of the past Battles of Legend sets. So it's just hopefully taking the best of all of those sets and reprinting the cards that are most worth it, the cards that are still worth a little bit. I don't expect there's going to be a ton of new cards, but if there's older cards that have still held a ton of value that you're kind of just looking for more affordable options for, this is cool for you there. Forget the thing I said about the dual terminal stuff. But yeah, so I don't know much about this. It has not been announced long, but it's February 23rd. We'll learn more in a couple months. So that's everything for the TCG side of things. I think the most important thing I want to highlight here is that there's like one product every month, right? October, Age of Overlord. November, the Valiant Smashers. December, Fire King Structure Deck. And then January, we have the new Maze of Millennia set. And then probably either end of January or February, we'll also have Phantom Nightmare coming as well. So like, it's like every month we get a set. And not only that, but it's like, there's something competitively relevant in every single product here, right? Age of Overlord's obviously going to have impact on the meta. Valiant Smashers is going to put Centurion out there right out the gate. And then there's two other archetypes that if they get good support in Phantom Nightmare could make the jump as well. Fire Kings immediately become at least a good rogue deck. And then Maze of Millennia is going to have stuff like a generic new Rhoda, a really good generic trap card, and some other stuff as well, I'm sure, goodies-wise. So every single set is going to do something for the metagame. Just to give little tweaks, little interesting additions to the metagame, even without even worrying about a ban list or anything like that to help shape a new format. So that's really cool. I'm excited for that. I think that's perfect like spacing, honestly. And I'm excited for all those sets, honestly. All right, so let's get to the OCG side of things. There's only 4 sets here, but man, there's some interesting stuff. Let's start with Phantom Nightmare because this is the most important one as of right now today. I believe there's still 56 cards unrevealed for the Phantom Nightmare original base 80 cards. And this set is literally coming out in like a month. Almost exactly a month it's coming out. So Konami has like 30 days to release 56 cards, and honestly, they'll probably all be revealed within like 25 days. So we have a ton of cards coming in the next like 3.5 weeks. I'm super excited to see how they round out this set. Hoping for a bunch of really cool like legacy support stuff. There could be another new archetype in here I'm looking forward to. A lot of really cool potential. There's so much coming around the corner, so stay tuned for the next couple weeks because we're getting a ton of this stuff revealed. From there, we move to Terminal World. This is a really interesting set. We didn't know a ton about it, but then about a week and a half ago, we got the Infernoid cards and the Ice Barrier cards revealed, 4 of each, which is really exciting. And we also know that there's 2 more archetypes from Dual Terminal that are going to end up in this set. Also really exciting. We've already done some theory videos talking about what it could be. Because they started with a fire and a water archetype, people are theorizing that they could go the elemental route and do like a fire, water, earth, and wind. So we're still waiting on an earth and wind potentially. There's ritual beasts out there. I just did a video talking about Gusto. Cleforts are earth. Zephyrs could almost be considered earth because their main monsters are earth. there's definitely some weird stuff going on. Nature is another Earth. So we have no idea. That could just be a coincidence that it's fire, water, and it may have nothing to do with anything else. And it could be any archetypes up for grabs. We'll see. But there's 2 more coming. I would assume there's at least 4 cards there. And one low-key thing that I want to point out is since they announced the Ice Bear and Inferno cards so early, I think it's possible there's like 1 or 2 cards left for those archetypes still. They do this all the time with like the deck build packs where they release everything for one of those archetypes for the first release except for 1 card. And they hold that last card for like 2 weeks out from the actual set dropping. So that way they give you like one last little tidbit of like one really nice card for the archetype right at the last moment to kind of also give a last second push into like excitement and hype to drive sales for that product. Because they revealed that support so early, I do think it's possible there's like another Infernoid and another Ice Barrier card to be revealed. I'm not going to guarantee it. I'm just saying keep it in the back of your mind that it's possible if you're a big fan of those archetypes, there's 1 more coming. But other than that, cross your fingers that your favorite dual terminal archetypes end up in here just like me. Zephyrs. We'll see. Okay, next up we move to the Quarter Century Duelist box. I don't know a ton about this set. This actually just got announced like within the last week. So we don't know a ton about it. It is guaranteed to have new cards though, so that's the cool part here. Basically the way I'm seeing this is like this is the OCG's like Christmas set. They made this a couple for the last like 2 years or so. The one that rings in my mind is the one I think from 2 years ago that had like the 2 Mayakashi cards and it had 2 Sky Striker cards. This is where the I believe Sky Striker linkage came in. Really good card for Sky Strikers. Sky Strikers still didn't make it to like legit playability, but like cool. This is supposed to be like another type of that set. So we don't know how many new cards there are, but I think it's totally reasonable that they take 3 archetypes, just kind of like the last set where they did that with Sky Striker Mayakashi. I could see something like Live Twins ending up in there. Just give Live Twins 2 cards and let's make one of them really good and one of them just okay kind of thing, just like Sky Strikers, just to give a little bit of incentive because that's like a fan favorite archetype. And then throw 2 more that are like less competitively relevant, random archetypes that people like to give them a little boost as well. Just like random stuff like that. I don't expect a ton. These will obviously get imported somewhere else in the TCG, but it's something to keep an eye on for when we do get these cards revealed. This is not coming till December 23rd, so keep an eye on this. Oh, also, I didn't even talk about this. Dual Terminal. This isn't coming till November 25th, so late November. We're still 2 months away as of right now, so I honestly don't expect the next reveal for like what the next archetype would be in here until like couple weeks from now, at least like a week or 2 from now, and then maybe another week or 2, a week or 3 from then until the 4th archetype is revealed. So keep an eye on that. And the last set here is Legacy of Destruction. This is the next core set after Phantom Nightmare. It's coming out January 27th. I think the biggest thing to keep in mind is the timeline here. I think maybe early December, late November, we might get the first reveals for this set, which would be like the cover support and maybe 1 archetype, 1 legacy support thing revealed at some point. And then by the time we get to like late December is when we will hit the exact point we're at right now with Phantom Nightmare. We'll be about a month out and we'll still have like 50-ish cards unrevealed, and then Konami will really just hit the ground running at the beginning of the new year and just blast us with a ton of cards being revealed all at once. So that'll be a really exciting time as well as we get into the new year 2024 for Yu-Gi-Oh! But yeah, I think that's everything to kind of keep an eye out for. There's not a ton of sets coming right around the corner, but there's some big ones for sure and some really exciting stuff, to say the least. So that's what I'm looking forward to. That's everything I think you need to keep your eyes on. Let me know in the comment section down below what you're most excited for from the TCG and from the OCG side, as far as sets you're going to get to actually play, as well as like news to be revealed that you're really hyped for. I'd love to hear what you guys are, chomping at the bit for, just like I am. But I'm hanging on. We'll see. I'll bring you any news that drops. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching as always, guys. We are right around the corner from a ton of Phantom Nightmare reveals, so we should have a ton of that going forward. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this one down the line, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.